Hi everybody, and today we're up on the roof of the van having a look at the Wi-Fi booster, or the iBoost, that we bought from Motorhome Wi-Fi and unboxed yesterday. If you watch the unboxing, you'll know that we got an antenna, a Wi-Fi router, a little power cable and an Ethernet cable. Now the Ethernet cable goes from the antenna down to the Wi-Fi router just to get that antenna signal down there. So what does the antenna comprise of? Well, here it is up on the roof, and you'll notice it's stuck to the roof by this little suction cup here. So that just simply unclips, and we can change the position and angle of that just here, so if it's lower down or so on, you know, but we want it just facing straight over that way. There's also another angling bracket here that we can turn to face the iBoost in whatever direction we need it to. So that's simply how that connects on there. We've got the Ethernet cable going into the bottom of the unit there, and coming through, it comes through the roof light here, and I've simply got it run across here up on a couple of hooks and plugs into the iBoost Wi-Fi router itself. Let's just pop you on the tripod there. There you go. And get you around this way a bit closer, because the power cable is a bit short and plugged into the wall there. So that is the iBoost itself. A really small little unit. It really is no bigger than the palm of my hand, and it has a simple power input socket there, and it says 8.57 V, so I'm assuming it will take anywhere between 8 and 57 volts to power it. It also has the Ethernet cable, which brings the signal down from the roof antenna into here, and it specifies that you should plug it into the ETH2 or Ethernet 2 port marked iBoost. So that's as much as the physical setup that you need to do. Plug it in, get the antenna pointed roughly in the right direction, connect them all together, power it up, and that's it. Well, nearly. Let's show you how the rest of it gets connected and set up, and for that I'll need to take you over to the iPad and show you on there. So here we are with the we've got the iPad here and the instructions. So the instructions are pretty simple, step by step. I mean, they're well thought through, I think, and it does show you in pictures and in words what you should be looking for. So you're getting into the Wi-Fi network first of all. So once you've got it powered up, there's a password on the side of the little Wi-Fi router there that you need to log in. For obvious reasons, I won't show that. So first of all, so what you get is, once you've gone to the IP address that you're given in the instructions, you're asked to log in to the device itself, and it's a fairly standard login. And you're faced then with this screen. On the first time you log in, you won't see the SSID populated, but you're gonna switch over to the wireless section and click on the select button, and it'll come up with all of the networks that are available to the iBoost. So once it's finished looking around, you're going to find the network that has what appears to be the strongest signal, and you'll notice in column 5 signal noise, dBm, and you're looking for a low number there. So we see we've got about a third of the way down the picture there, we've got Camping Castillo 2, Camping Castillo and Camping Castillo 3. Now the lowest of those is minus 56, and that is the number you're looking for. You want it to be as low there as possible, so you've got a good strong signal. And what you do then is you click over on the little checkbox or option button over on the left side, and at the bottom of the screen you then select click on select or lock to AP if there was a lot of access points with the same sort of network name. We've already done all of that, so we can go back to here, and we've locked on to that Camping Castillo 2, and that is pretty much all there is to it. Of course, if you have if you're connecting to a sort of cafe Wi-Fi that's not that's secured, like you need a username and password, or you're close to a pub, or you're having a stopover in a pub, then and you want to connect to their Wi-Fi, you'll need their sort of Wi-Fi SSID and password. So you would go down to the security section and click the type of security that, it may take, if you're not au fait with the type of security that's usually used. I usually use WPA2 because that's fairly common these days. And then once you've got into that, you're selected with, you're given a sort of pass key and so on and so on and so on. But we don't need any of that, and we are logged on because it's a free to connect to network. And that's really as hard as it gets. It really is so simple to set up, and I'm just going to go through the network so you can see the type of network. And about halfway down the screen you will see the DHCP fallback IP is different to the IP address range that you've got here. It's in the 192.168 range, which is another sort of common address range that Wi-Fi, internal Wi-Fi networks use to get out to the internet. The advanced section you really won't need to worry about. That section is for people that really know and really want to tinker around with how the Wi-Fi network actually works. And the services, you can go in there and you can click on all those buttons, and it really is a question of, these are advanced sections that you don't really need to worry about if you're just simply using an internal Wi-Fi system. You've got things on the system tab where you could upgrade the firmware. Look in the top right there, and if new firmware comes out, that's the software that runs the iBoost, you could maybe download that and upgrade the iBoost. And that may be necessary from time to time. You could also rename the iBoost device just to give it a bit more of a friendly name, or one that you more easily recognize. So there you are. That's pretty much it for the iBoost. Now you can see here that we've got that signal strength there in the top right hand corner is at 56 dBm, and that's you want it lower than that. And we've got a transmit and receive rates of about 50 megabits per second. So that in common terms would be 50 meg, a 50 meg connection, and a 40 meg connection on the receive. So it's sending at a higher rate than it's receiving at the moment. But you can see in the graph section right at the bottom there the type of stuff that's happening on the receive and transmit. So we're receiving a lot more data than we're transmitting, and you can sort of see that in those graphs there. That's pretty much it on how to set it up. It took a few minutes just to set up and connect my iPad to the internal network that then fed the signals out to the external network and onto the internet. It really was very simple indeed. I'm so pleased with how this is working. Just to answer a couple of questions on why we bought this. Somebody said, well, surely you have a 4G MiFi device, what's wrong with that? Well, yeah, we have a MiFi device. It's from EE. They have a stable base in the UK policy, which says that you really should be in the UK at least every 2 months. So you shouldn't be out of the UK for more than 2 months to sort of comply with their stable base in the UK, because it's a UK service that they're offering. And okay, you get data roaming across in Europe, but they haven't limited us yet. But even so, the MiFi device comes with 64 gigabytes per month, and we pay £30 for that, which is okay. It works, it's fast, and it allows us to use the whole 64 gigabytes in Europe, whereas some of the SIMs, I know the 3 unlimited data SIM will limit you to 15 gigabytes a month in Europe. I think that might have been upped to maybe 30 gigabytes, but it's certainly not the 64 that we can use. That 64 gigabyte runs out pretty quickly. It takes anywhere between 2 weeks as a minimum and 3 weeks as a maximum. So we always end up buying additional data bolt-ons. So when the data runs out, it pops up a little web page for us automatically and says, look, you've run out of data, do you want to buy some more? And we always buy the 10 gigabyte pack because we know that lasts pretty much a maximum of a couple of days. But that's £15 a go. So over the time, we ordered the iBoost because we were running out of data and we couldn't log on to the local Wi-Fi networks consistently and reliably. If I pop my head out of the bedroom skylight with the iPad, I got quite a good signal from the iPad, but it's difficult to stand up there and use the iPad, especially it's sunny up there, and sometimes it's dark and cold as well. So we need the Wi-Fi signal to be pretty good and operational inside the van. So we were running out of the data. We couldn't get onto the Wi-Fi, and over the last 8 to 10 days we've spent pretty much £100 on buying additional data. So you imagine 40 gigabytes, that's 40 gigabytes extra is £60. So we've bought, I think, 4, 5 or 6 of those. So we've spent between £75 and £90 on additional data, which comes out to be a lot of money. It's quite expensive to do. So getting onto the local site Wi-Fi, and indeed as we go around and we see maybe a McDonald's we can drive near to and connect with their username and password. We need pop in, maybe buy a cup of coffee, ask for their Wi-Fi password, and then we've got that. And I know Robert Shepherd, thanks very much, I'm sure it was you who told me a bit. There's an app where people update usernames and passwords for free to access Wi-Fi networks in various regions. So we're going to have a look at that. I don't know what the name of the app is, so if you know what that is, put it in the comments below. And Robert, if you could let us know, drop a note below, please. And that was going to be really helpful. Okay, yeah, the iBoost was costed, to get it here and to pay shipping was about £177. But imagine if if over the last 2 days we'd had to buy another, well, at least one data pack for £15 and another one and another one and another one. Pretty soon, buying extra data packs becomes really unaffordable. While we were in the UK, I will mention this, while we were in the UK, I did buy from EE the home broadband 4G box with 300 gigabytes on, 300 plus the 64. We never ran out of data in the UK. We got close sometimes. We can get through almost 400-500 gigabytes on occasion, but that was a home broadband system, and as soon as we came over to Europe it just didn't work, so we couldn't use it. That wasn't explained to me at the start of that contract, and when I complained to EE, they cancelled the contract and refunded some of the money for that month that I complained. But it'd be great if we had 400 or 500 gigabytes of roaming data that we could use, because everybody's limiting all this data in Europe. If you buy it in the UK, it's limited in Europe. You can't get the big data packs in Europe, as far as I know. So it all becomes a little bit challenging to live the way we live and still access the internet. We use a lot of data because we watch masses of YouTube, we watch video from Amazon Prime, and we upload video and images every day, because remember that upload is all part of your data allowance. It's not just the download. So if we're the videos that we upload each day can be, I don't know, 400, 500, 600 megabytes, so half a gigabyte a time. So that really chomps into your data allowance. And bearing in mind, when it uploads, it also downloads a bit of data as well to check. So you're uploading maybe 1.5 to 2 times as much data as the size of the file. Is a weird thing. So the iBoost I give a massive thumbs up to, and I hope that you've enjoyed this and that you'll give a massive thumbs up to this video. Please do, and don't forget to subscribe to find out more about what we're doing as we travel around the UK and Europe living full time in our motorhome. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.